This is a short video on Gemini Rising. The rising sign is seen by some astrologers as being very important and others not so much. So the rising sign represents our physical body. It represents the face that we put onto the world for people that don't know us necessarily very well. But it also is the first house out of the 12 houses of the chart. So you could consider yourself to be living as a Gemini if you have Gemini rising. Gemini rising can be known by their adaptability in different situations. So they might be the life and soul of a party one day and deep and broody the next day, or a totally different character dependent on the situation, but only at a certain depth. So they will adapt to their environment and they can communicate in a very, very skillful way in those environments, so it seems like they really are at home there, because they've got this capacity to pick up and learn about lots and lots of different subjects, and when they recall that information can sound like they seem to have gone to the depth of that situation, that subject, sorry, but really it's largely on a superficial level. Gemini risings, when they're younger, can be using that to their advantage. So they might manipulate situations, or they might move throughout their career with this sense of maybe not wanting to be found out that they don't know more than they actually know. But as they get older, they start to be able to walk their talk, and they actually are able to drop down into subjects with more depth. And they refine that skill set and are actually very effective communicators. How they communicate with other people is a very, very large part of their life purpose with Gemini rising. It's fundamental for them to be in communication with other people, to know who they are, to have a sense of self, and also to be able to impart their ideas to the rest of the world. Gemini risings move fast, they talk fast, they're very agile, very mobile, generally speaking, and they talk a lot with their hands. Sometimes Gemini risings tilt their heads when they're talking, because or when they're listening or learning, because the throat is the connector between the mind and the body. Gemini risings tend to be more in their thoughts than they are in their physical sensations, because of the speed in which they interpret information and move. So this sector here can often hold some tightness, some tension, and it might actually impact the voice in some ways if there are blocks to that connection between heart and mind. Generally, Gemini risings are fun to be around, and you never really know what you're going to get.